But then I started hearing cars honking their horns, followed by people shouting.
Now at 6, new details in a story that we first brought to you as breaking news yesterday as police search for the person they say intentionally set 4 Amazon delivery vans on fire.
Well, as the heat advisory continues for our area, Rod Hill will join us in just a moment with just how hot things are expected to get today.
And if you're the type of person who never throws anything away, then you might want to start looking for old Bed Bath & Beyond coupons. How an expired coupon could help you win a $100,000 home transformation. Sunrise at 6 starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Tuesday. I'm China Green.
And I'm Matthew Herchick. I don't know what that contest is, but those Bed Bath & Beyond coupons,
yeah,
there's millions of, I remember my mom used to have thousands of them.
Yeah, you'll find them in a drawer somewhere.
Yeah, I was in college. You'd be like, hey, I've got 17 million Bed Bath & Beyond coupons. Rod Hill, Chris McGinnis standing by with a look at our weather and traffic. You guys got any of those coupons lying around, Rod?
Well, probably not laying around, but yeah, they definitely are one of the stores that sent them out the most, right? It seemed like. I remember seeing a lot of those. Here's our sunny, hot day. Once again, we topped out at 91 yesterday. Hopefully you made it through okay. If you have plans to be outdoors this afternoon again in the heat, or you don't have AC, this is the rundown. 90 to 95, the expected temperature range in the valley. So once again, have water with you if you feel dehydrated. Or simply tired, get yourself out of the heat and take a break this afternoon. We will start a little bit of a cool off tomorrow, then a big drop in temperatures coming up on Thursday. The coast is a mixed bag. Lincoln City has been showing cloudy skies. Seaside starting off with some early morning sun, 51 degrees. And this is Three Rivers Golf Course up in Kelso. You folks did hit 91 yesterday. I thought maybe you'd hold in the upper 80s. You are under the heat advisory for today as well. The mountain stayed just at 69 degrees yesterday at 6,000 feet. Portland 63, here's our day, 82 at noon and potentially 94 today. Here's Chris.
Rod, check this out. Over in southeast Portland's Woodstock neighborhood, I'll step out of the way. Photojournalist Chad Dehart is on the scene of, 42nd to Ramona is the location, and it looks like a tree has taken down at least one and possibly multiple tops of some power lines there. They're just kind of severed and dangling. PGE has confirmed there are a few thousand power outages reported as a result of this situation. I think we've got that number down to about 1,800 at last check. But in any event, they've got their work cut out for them. Again, this is on southeast Ramona, which is basically blocked now between 41st and southeast 45th. So you're going to need to find another way to get around that. Perhaps Woodstock to the south will be your best traffic solution at this point. The estimate at this point is that it's going to be several more hours before PGE crews can get those lines fixed, repaired, and get them energized again. So folks in the Woodstock neighborhood, again, dealing with an early morning power outage. The freeway drive this morning is actually not bad. We're in good shape out there. No crashes, no unexpected delays, and we still have a speed limit clip on those inbound commutes. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Chris. All right, now to an update on a story that we first brought to you as breaking news yesterday on Sunrise. Portland Fire and Rescue says that the fire that destroyed multiple electric Amazon delivery vans in southwest Portland was intentionally set.
And because those were electric vehicles, firefighters say they had more to deal with than just the flames. Sunrise reporter Corey Johnson joining us live from southwest Portland with more on what was a challenging response for crews. Corey?
Yeah, challenging for sure, Matthew. China, Portland fire investigators are now treating this as an arson case after 4 electric Amazon delivery vans were destroyed in that blaze Monday. Now, the fire was reported around 2:30 a.m. near Southwest 1st Avenue and Arthur Street, not far from a Rivian dealership. Now, callers reported seeing trees and a van on fire, and when crews got to the scene, they found several Amazon Prime electric delivery vans burning and a lot being used as a staging area. Portland Fire says the vehicle's lithium-ion batteries made things much more complicated. Firefighters knocked down flames that spread to a nearby hillside, but had to stand back and let the lithium-ion batteries burn themselves out. Crews worked with masks and air bottles because of toxic fumes, and that concerned neighbors who lived blocks away.
That was actually our only concern, was oh, we're pretty close. We're within a block or so. So whether that toxicity was an issue or not. I happened to be up in the middle of the night, my window was open, and I heard a small explosion. But then I started hearing cars honking their horns, followed by people shouting.
And you can see the charred remains of those vans this morning. This area still blocked off with caution tape, and thankfully no one was hurt because of that fire. As officials continue to investigate this case as arson, they're asking anyone with information behind this incident to contact Portland Fire and Rescue. Matthew, China.
Corey Johnson reporting live for us. Corey, thank you very much. New from overnight, the owners of a Milwaukee record shop are asking for your help finding this burglar after they broke into the store and stole thousands of dollars worth of merchandise. And you can see it was all caught on camera. The owners of B-Side Records told us their alarm started going off early Monday morning when they spotted someone on surveillance going through their record room. They later discovered the person had broken into the shop's back door. The owners estimate they stole about $5,000 worth of records and cash. But they say they had some loyal customers helping take some of the sting out of it.
Yeah, it was a horrible thing to wake up to, but also throughout the course of the day today, we have just had like an outpouring of support and community members stopping by, bringing, coffee and hugs.
B-Side has set up a GoFundMe as well. Milwaukee police are investigating but haven't provided any information about the suspect or any arrests. A man has been sentenced to a decade in prison after being involved in a hit and run almost 2 years ago. 62-year-old Richard Epton was convicted of manslaughter, DUI, and failure to perform duties of a driver in connection to the death of Victoria Jacob Springer. Multnomah County officials say this was Epton's fourth DUI case. Now, the incident happened back in September of 2024 on Northeast Fremont. Jacob Springer was sitting in the middle of the road when she was run over. Epton had stopped for a couple of seconds, but then drove away. He turned himself in about 2 months later after being indicted by a jury. And these hot temperatures are sticking around for at least another day, and a number of cooling centers will stay open through Wednesday to help community members stay safe. The Mid-Willamette Valley Community Action Agency says its cooling center will be open from 1 p.m. until 7 p.m. today. That includes Arches Day Center, Woodburn Shelter, and Family First Day Center. Outreach teams will be in Marion and Polk County offering cooling assistance. Seed of Faith Christian Center International will also be open for cooling through Wednesday. Those hours are 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Winter Street Northeast in Salem.
Your time now is 6:08. Headed over to Rod Hill because we got some hot weather we need to talk about today.
Yeah, and happy to hear about the cooling centers tomorrow because, tomorrow my forecast high is 88. Yesterday it was 91. Are you going to feel the difference? Maybe, maybe not. Really, Thursday's the big cool-off days. We cloud up and temperatures get held all the way down into the 70s. So we have a little bit to go, especially if you're watching us and you don't have AC and things in your place are pretty toasty. The heat advisory continues today from roughly Salem all the way up into Seattle. Seattle hit 86 at SeaTac yesterday for a high. Red flag warning also today for high fire danger. East winds driving relative humidities down into the low teen percentage range. And there could be some gusty northeast winds this afternoon up to about 30 miles per hour. So again, these high fire danger zone just means sparks could quickly get out of hand and any blaze could quickly spread. All right, we have light winds here in the valley this morning for the most part. Salem reporting sunshine. All of us are here inland. 58 is the current number. Rose City camera, a pretty morning out there. 63 is the temperature as well. Other numbers, we're running a little bit warmer than yesterday, which makes sense as we're coming off that 91 degree high. It's 60 degrees in Beaverton. Salem's at 58, Almsville the same, and Albany is at 59. Here's the afternoon map. Heat advisory also extends out through the gorge. The Dow's 93. Some modeling shows you could be 95 today. Nearing 90 in Madras and Pendleton. John Day 88 degrees. The 90s are, notice this shows Salem 89, Portland 91. There's zero data that supports the temperatures are just going to be a runaway freight train. Again, yesterday we were, most of us, a degree or so from 90. It makes sense we would be at least that warm and maybe a couple degrees above that today. So we'll see. Could be as warm as 94. I'll be surprised if we're at least not 90, 91 again with the impact alert and the heat advisory. Tomorrow, 88, as I mentioned, may not feel much of a difference. Evening rain coming in Thursday. We cloud over 76. Rain at times 65 Friday. Oh yeah, you'll feel a difference. Saturday 68. Some scattered showers. We have Sunday dry and Monday at 75. So cooler temps just a couple days away, guys.